Then what's going on with you guys? Because the last episode on here, there was shit back and forth. He was saying stuff about you on Twitter. You called him. There was more shit. Have you guys talked anymore? Is that actually a fight that could happen?
I think it could happen as like an exhibition.
A leading medical expert, Dr. Stuart Fisher, has accused Jake Paul of using performance-enhancing drugs and doping. The doctor bases this because of Paul's drastic physical transformation, leading up to his highly anticipated bout against legendary boxer Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson has already called out Jake Paul for using banned substances, meds that are at the top of the restricted list. Jake has likely been committing doping violations, a point raised not only by Iron Mike, but also by Mike Perry, who recently faced him in a fight. A new storm is brewing in the world of boxing as Mike Tyson has accused his upcoming opponent, Jake Paul, of using illegal performance-enhancing drugs. Tyson made this bold claim in a recent interview, suggesting that Paul has been using banned substances, including a drug that matches the description of amphetamine, a stimulant on the World Anti-Doping Agency's prohibited list. According to Tyson, Paul has relied on these meds to boost his performance in past fights and plans to use them for their upcoming match on November 15th.
For Paul, I think he might be making a mistake because, first of all, for me, he don't got a lot other than money, and he's made plenty of money.
Tyson expressed suspicion after seeing footage of Paul's recent training sessions. He bluntly stated, "This little white boy, where's he getting all this strength from? He's not a real fighter. You can see his body changing rapidly. It's not natural. He must be on something illegal because no way does a boxer get into this kind of shape that quickly." Tyson's accusation raises concerns about Paul's sudden transformation, hinting that drugs like diethylpropion, typically used for weight loss and appetite suppression, could be responsible. If these allegations hold up, Paul could face serious consequences. Should doping tests reveal the use of banned substances before the fight, the match could be canceled. If he's caught after the fight, Paul might face a ban from the sport. For a boxer who's already fighting to gain credibility, this could be a huge setback.
Hottest ticket ever.
The event, according to Vivid Seats, is among the hottest sports tickets ever at AT&T Stadium, with fans expected to travel more than 500 miles to catch the fight, each paying an average of about $500 per.
Though Paul has quickly risen from YouTube fame to the boxing ring, many critics argue he hasn't faced real competition, often choosing opponents past their prime. Tyson fueled this skepticism, stating he keeps winning, but only because he's got drugs backing him up. Interestingly, Tyson himself is no stranger to substance abuse, admitting struggles with alcohol and drugs during the later stages of his career. The World Anti-Doping Agency has its hands full every year dealing with athletes who break doping regulations. Conor Benn's situation is just one example of how prevalent this problem is in the boxing world. Even legends like Mike Tyson aren't immune. Tyson, the former world champion, battled drug and alcohol addiction during the latter part of his career. Mike once said, "I want to live a different life now. I want to live my sober life. I don't want to die. I'm on the verge of dying because I'm a vicious alcoholic."
You know, I want to change my life. I want to live a different life now. I want to live my sober life. I don't want to die. I'm on the verge of dying because I'm a vicious alcoholic.
Even today, Tyson is open about his battles with addiction, using his story to inspire young boxers and fans alike. His journey from the depths of addiction to becoming an example of recovery is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to make a change. Tyson once explained how easy it was to beat a cocaine drug test, just avoid it for a few days. But weed? Weed stays in your system for 45 days, Tyson said, because it belongs there. His belief was that while the body expels harmful substances like cocaine quickly, it holds on to weed because it's more natural. But Tyson has changed. He's more at peace with himself than ever before. When you see him talk about his past, it's clear he's fought some serious battles to get where he is now. Tyson stays fit, promotes boxing, and has become a role model for many, both in and out of the sport. Speaking of staying in shape, Tyson has been ramping up his workouts alongside his trainer, Rafael Cordo, in preparation for a potential fight with Jake Paul. But as always in boxing, the topic of substance abuse lingers.
I'll give you guys the answer early. Is Jake Paul natural? No. I can say that with pretty certain confidence in that statement.
Are you taking PEDs?
No, sir.
Not at all. Okay.
No, sir.
That's what I feel like. I don't care. You can be on horse tranquilizer steroids. You can get a whole new body from Walmart. You still getting.
With a big match like Paul V's, Tyson on the horizon, it's not surprising that drug testing and the past issues of banned substances have come back into the conversation. Countless fighters have faced bans or suspensions over the years, so the scrutiny is nothing new, especially in a high-profile fight like this one. While his accusations against Paul may carry weight, they also highlight boxing's ongoing battle with doping scandals. Take Conor Benn, for instance. His saga with UK anti-doping and the British Boxing Board of Control has been quite the roller coaster. Benn was hit with a provisional suspension again in May, following successful appeals by both UK anti-doping and the British Boxing Board of Control. The suspension stemmed from 2 positive drug tests ahead of his highly anticipated October 2022 bout against Chris Eubank Jr.
You know, I've signed up to every voluntary anti-doping testing there is under the sun. Throughout my whole career, I'm tested. You know, all my UK tests have come back negative throughout my whole career. I've never had any issues before. Even in the lead up to this fight, my tests have come up negative. You know, so my team will find out as to why there's been an initial adverse finding in my test.
Initially, Benn had been cleared by the National Anti-Doping Panel, but that decision was overturned thanks to UKAD and the British Boxing Board of Control's persistent appeals. Robert W. Smith, the British Boxing Board of Control's General Secretary, made it clear that Benn is prohibited from participating in any competition or event under their jurisdiction, as well as any sport that adheres to the World Anti-Doping Code.
Moving forward, the thing that will be asked of you quite a bit and has been is the latest on Conor Benn's situation. What is that? What is the latest update you can give us on that?
Nothing. Can't tell you any more. We're waiting. There's an investigation going on. When that investigation is finished, we'll be able to let everybody know.
In a general sense, then, taking Conor Benn out of the situation, how long does it take for these types of cases to reach their culmination?
A long time. When you get to legal issues, it takes a long time.
Benn has maintained his innocence throughout the ordeal, expressing disappointment when the appeals were launched. He pointed out that he had already been cleared by both the WBC and the National Anti-Doping Panel, believing he should be able to continue his career without restrictions. Meanwhile, his promoters at Matchroom opted to stay quiet when asked for comments. As I've said before, I am innocent. Nothing has changed, and I remain confident in my position.
As far as I'm concerned, the fight is still going ahead. I'm a clean athlete, and we'll get to the bottom of this. I just want to thank everyone for their continued support, and I'll see you all on Sunday.
So Jake Paul is doing everything to beat Iron Mike. But will he get caught for using steroids? Let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Also, remember to subscribe for the latest updates on Paul and Tyson's fight and what they are doing to clinch a victory. See you in the next video.